Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Wrangler. We are hopping right in, 8:30 in the morning. Wyatt apparently doesn't like vegetables. Okay, whatever floats your boat, man. Not everybody likes vegetables. But we are back with a new episode, and it is Friday in game. It's officially fall. I know that we looked at how beautiful this world was in fall last episode, but like, just appreciate it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Anyway, Wyatt is actually preparing some things and stuff right now. The nanny's also here. Hello. Hello, ma'am. What's your name again? Eden. I always forget her name. The nanny is here to take care of Levi, and Ava's off at school. Wyatt's about to put his newly made potato gratin on the little living room table here. Yes, this is custom content food. Just look at it. It looks so good. Anyway, he is going to be making a few different dishes, actually, because tonight, let's open up the calendar. Tonight is the ranch gathering that Wyatt had been talking about with Ellie-Mae last episode. So remember, he's just trying to get people together. He's trying to raise a little bit of money for the ranch. I'm going to say that, like, for the ranch, he's got, one horse and a goat. It's really not that big of a deal, but he thought it would be a great networking opportunity for himself, kind of catch up with his neighbors and things like that. And he invited Ellie-Mae along as well because he thought it would be a great opportunity for her to meet more members of the community. And he's kind of like planning, it's not a sting, but that's what it makes me think of. It's just like he's planning this little thing here where he's like, yeah, here's my daughter Ava, so let's go ahead and get you two getting to know each other a little bit so you can be comfortable, because Ava's, going to do some horse riding lessons with you, and she might not like it, but here we are. Anyway, so that is tonight. That is actually at 5 p.m. So Wyatt is spending his day cooking up a bunch of stuff. I kind of wish, listen, okay, just... Why do I always start episodes like this? I'm always like, listen. No, but real talk, I kind of wish that there was a way for us to dictate the nanny duties. Do you know what I mean? We might be able to with like MC Command Center, which I do have. I just haven't explored it. So if anybody knows a way to do that, or if there's a way to do that, definitely let me know. I've looked in like sim commands and stuff. I don't really know if it's possible. Maybe it's not, but I kind of wish that there was a way to do that, because the amount of food that the nannies cook up is actually insane. Like it's a little bit much for me. I don't need it. I don't want it. And she takes up the only counter space that we have to actually prepare food. So I guess we'll just let her do, what is this? I don't even know. I don't even know what it is. But anyway, that is what we're doing. Also, yes, you did see the Wicked icon in here, okay? I've got Wicked Whims in my game because I use it as a pose player. Thank you very much. I will not be judged for my decisions. So we are going to cook up a few things throughout the day to prepare for this gathering. What I also did preemptively, this might not be important to you, but it's important to me. I locked all of these doors, like to Wyatt's bedroom, as well as the kids' rooms up here. I locked them all for everybody but household members because I don't want people wandering around the house, like working on a computer somewhere or whatever the case is. I mean, granted, the only computer is actually down here. And now that I think about it, I just want to lock things down. I don't want anybody touching things that they're not supposed to touch. So I'm going to lock this for everybody but Wyatt, honestly, because Ava does not need to be using the computer. There's no need. It's fine. But now that we have started our day, Mando's all the way over here. He has very low social, and our little bean is unhappy and dirty. So we're going to go clean the bean. I don't know why it makes me laugh every freaking time, but we're going to take care of our animals to kick off the day, and then we're going to be grilling up some stuff on the new grill out here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to lay out all of the food on that picnic table on the back porch. And maybe what I'll do is I'll go into the build and buy catalog and just lay out maybe a few more benches or something. I don't know, outside, just because we are going to have a few people over. It's not going to be too many people, to be completely honest. It's going to be like Coach Highs, it's going to be Ellie-Mae, we've got Dawn, we've got Justice. I think we invited Sienna and maybe Umber. I'm not quite sure if we actually invited over Umber. Maybe Ava will want to... Oh, wait, that's so interesting. Just pause for a second. Maybe Ava will want to invite over Dahlia, but can we just take a second to look at this? Why? This doesn't matter to me at all, but I find it interesting that Wyatt has bad compatibility with Dahlia. Doesn't matter. I'm sure, I think back on this, there were plenty of people that I was friends with that my parents probably did not like whatsoever and thought that they were just garbage, like garbage children. It's not nice to say, but some kids are not great, all right? But anyway, Wyatt has bad compatibility with Dahlia. Based on their preferences, these Sims have bad compatibility. Their affinity from the start won't be great, but it could certainly be worse. While it'll be a challenge for them to grow close, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not worth trying. Yeah, I don't really care. It's just Ava's friend. It's okay. Anyway, all right, so we're taking care of Bean. I do want to call Mando over in just a second. He always wanders out here to like gnaw on that prairie grass, which is a good thing. Like that's completely fine. But it's sometimes a little bit frustrating that he's always out there. Also, I did see that one of you had said if you take the ball in and out of your inventory, it kind of fixes the issue. Because I've had this for the past few episodes where I have the issue where if you call over the horse to play with the ball, they just won't do it. I've had to go into like build and buy to try to figure it out too. So I guess let's see if this works. I mean, he's coming over. It seems to work. I don't know. We'll also just milk Bean really quickly for our 30 simoleons a day. Look at us rolling in the dough. And it worked. Oh, that's really good. Yes, whoever said that, I haven't been able to track down the comment again. But if your horse is having an issue with the ball, just put it in your Sim's inventory and place it back out on the ground. And it seems to be fine because Mando is now perfectly happy. He seems to be having a great time. We are going to interrupt his play though. Oh. For a week now, a kid has been taking Evangeline's chips. And today he took her brownie too. How much do you want to bet that this is Gideon Harris? This little bully. It's time for Evangeline to take a stand. You know what? You know what? Actually, it is. The way she sees it, there are two choices in kid law: public shaming or private revenge. So I didn't realize that the game was going to work with things that I was saying, but it is. So Gideon Harris was the one that was making fun of Ava in front of everybody at school for the fact that she dresses different. Like she's not... She dresses like a little skater, and we love that about her. You do you, boo. But Gideon is a little bit of a bully here. So it seems as though he's also been taking her chips at lunchtime. And now her brownie, which is a load of garbage. So after our conversation with Ava, I don't think she's about humiliating people publicly. That doesn't seem to be her jam. She is confident in who she is, and her dad really builds up that confidence. So I don't think she has this overwhelming desire to just like publicly shame him and make fun of him too. It would make her feel bad about herself. But I think privately, whatever this private revenge is going to be, that's what we're going to do. And actually, let's read it really quickly. The mean kid swipes Evangeline's brownie as expected, but today will be different. Yes, today will be different. Evangeline idly wonders if the mean kid has ever heard of the word laxative. Ava! Please, where did you get laxatives? I should read these prompts much closer. A laxative. We're still gonna have to have a very serious talk about this when she gets home. Please help me. Please help. Please help. Mando just peed and the goat is freak. You can't make this up. There he is. There's our man. He's making some BBQ ribs right now, by the way. BBQ ribs plate. I stand corrected. Listen, I mentioned this probably in the past 2 episodes, but I lived in Texas for a very brief stint, and the barbecue down in Texas, like, you cannot beat it. I'm sure this is going to start a freaking fight in the comments, all right? And I'm going to say fight respectfully, everybody, okay? Because there's amazing barbecue in like the Carolinas and all this other stuff. I know, but I had Texas barbecue and it was something freaking else. Smoked, sauce, and savory. This pork rib dish will be sure to please all, as well as being a staple food in the southern United States. See? The southern United States, the whole thing. Rib dishes are especially prepared in honor of Juneteenth, a holiday celebrating Black freedom, heritage, and family in the U.S. I did not know this. I love learning new things. Thank you, Sims. Usually paired with collard greens, baked beans, and a side of cornbread. Oh, I love cornbread so much. At the family cookout, this hearty meal is quite the showstopper. You bet your bottom dollar it is. So we've got our BBQ ribs plate. I'm going to see what else we can make. I do have, let's see. So he made the potatoes gratin. We've got ribs. What else can he grill that I think would be very, very appropriate? We could do like baked potatoes and stuff. That could be fine. But maybe... We could do Franks and beans. That could be a thing. We could just do hamburgers, but that doesn't sound as much fun to me. It really doesn't. We could also do chili. That could be really nice. I know that we did the Three Sisters chili. It's a Native American tradition. That could be really nice to add in as well. And then we also have wild nut soup. I don't really know if I want to do a soup for like a ranch gathering. I don't know. Could be. We'll do chili. We'll do chili. All right. So this is going to last for 9 hours. I'm going to put it in the fridge anyway. We're not just going to leave it out until everybody shows up. And it looks like Levi's up and at it over there, by the way. And the nanny made some BLTs, which I'm going to put in the fridge because I don't have the patience to leave that on the counter and have some smelly, gross food. So we're going to make some chili. We're going to get everything prepared. I might put a little bit of like decoration out here as well. Mando's taken care of. He was out here playing with his ball a second ago. A Bean is perfectly fine aside from drinking the puddle of piss, which is disgusting and made me really upset. But I think that this is enough. Also, can we just take a pause and look at this little icon above Wyatt's head right now? I didn't mention this last time because I didn't realize it, but he developed the single and loving it lifestyle, which is quite interesting. I have to say that developing this lifestyle is seemingly really easy for your Sims. I think lifestyles need a little bit of tweaking. Just because he has sustained a single status for X amount of like days in game or whatever doesn't necessarily mean that your Sim enjoys that, because then it makes it really difficult for them to kind of get into relationships as well. They'll get like tense or uncomfortable and they'll kind of pull away from those interactions. So I don't know, it needs a little bit of tweaking to me personally if it was going to be a little bit more realistic. But right now he's got the single and loving it lifestyle. He is happy about his independence. He loves waking up single. I think that's only partially true for Wyatt, to be completely fair. So, like, here's my problem with nannies in The Sims as well. Levi had, like, she got him out of his crib and then just left him in the high chair and, like, didn't tend to any of his needs at all. Even though I technically had, quote unquote, Levi asked to be put on his little freaking mat so he could play with his toys because his fun was down. But now Wyatt has to take care of him anyway. And she broke our toilet. Like, can we just... honestly, can I just have a breather for like 5 seconds? It's so frustrating to me that this happens. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, why do we even have nannies if they're not doing anything? Like, look how bored. He's sad because he's bored of the food that she had him try. Like, she didn't bottle feed him. He's not having any fun. He's gonna use his diaper in like 0.5 seconds because he has to go to the bathroom. And I'm just annoyed at the fact that now he has this like awful smelly diaper and wasn't fed and everything else. And the nanny was quite literally here to quote unquote take care of him. No. Oh no. Survive the blowout. Okay. Is Wyatt he's okay. Oh, you all need to give me a second. Honestly, I was about to lose my cool for a second with everything with Levi. But thankfully, he is now in the back carrier snoozing away because he was tired. I think his eyes are open, but like he should be snoozing. I see the Z's. Anyway, Wyatt is making some grilled fruit. Ava just came home. Look at her little warm weather outfit. I just want to appreciate her. Like, look at her little hat and her camo shirt. Oh, it's making me sick going around like this. Anyway, she decided to come out here and join her dad to do her homework. And look, she's focused because of supported drive. She's feeling encouraged by someone nearby. This is so... Oh, she is such a confident girly, and I'm so happy about it. Evangeline has stuff to get done. Another Sim believes she can do it, so she is going to. She also had a playful day at school because of the laxative laced brownie. I still can't cope with the fact that she did that. Maybe a couple of hours in the can will dissuade him from stealing any more lunches. Like, I can't deal with that at all, Gideon. Gideon, you little monster. I can't believe you did that. Anyway, yeah, he's making some grilled fruit. The gathering starts in about 2 hours at this point. So we're gonna just try to make sure that we've got everything prepped. I did add a stereo, like this old-timey stereo out here. I added one to the back porch so we can have some music. Also, since you may or may not have seen it, number one, here are our little trophies from the competitions that we've done so far. So second place in show jumping, which is great. And then third place on the barrel racing. Also, Ava drew this picture at school on her first day of school. And look, Look, it's her from Halloween in her little Grandmaster Yoda costume. I love filling the house with personalized mementos. It makes me so happy. Okay, we've officially started the ranch event. It was actually at 5, not 5:30. Therefore, Wyatt is currently fixing the downstairs toilet right now and still not prepared for this. Anyway, some tips for a more successful event. Have a dance floor for cowpoke dancing. Well, we're not going to do that. Have a nectar maker for crafting and drinking nectar. We're also not going to do that. I don't know. Oh, that's just like a handiness thing. Okay, so technically our event is starting. Looks like, oh my God, we did invite Dahlia. Can I be organized for 5 seconds? Anyway, we're going to turn on the music. We're going to turn on some ranch music here. I know it's like really far back here, so turn on some ranch music. Technically, what you can do is with the music on, you can just cowpoke dance, so it's not that big of a deal. You don't need a dance floor to do this, but we want to meet our guests, so we have to have an active sim introduce themselves to guests or socialize. We do want guests to drink nectar 3 times and just perform a cowpoke dance once. So what I'm thinking of doing, just don't mind me whipping this around really quickly, is we have 1 bottle of nectar in our storage rack, and I think what we're gonna do, it's moderately aged too, so that's kind of nice. We have an apple nectar, so I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put that out here on the back. I just want to put it here. So we've got some nectar. Let me dive into the fridge quickly. I don't want to make you all sick from just like jumping around so much, but kind of has to happen. And we're going to grab the potatoes all gratin, and we're going to get the grilled fruit, and we're going to grab our ribs. Oh, this is a nice spread. I would eat the heck out of this. And then we also have the chili. Would you look? This is beautiful. Okay. I'm fine. We're going to zap over to Wyatt really quickly. I think he just finished like fixing the toilet, so we're just gonna use the toilet quickly because we're a bit desperate for that. And then Ava is actually gonna come over and say hi to Dahlia. Oh, they're not close enough yet to give hugs. Maybe she can share some brilliant ideas. And then we also have our nanny here, and Dawn has just showed up. All right, it looks like Dahlia's taking out our trash. You know what? You're an angel. We love you. Thank you. Hey, Dawn, we're going to say hi to you too. Everybody's just flooding right in. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hi, everyone. There's food. And before you all destroy it, I am going to take a screenshot because I don't want to lose this really nice... Ooh, that made me a little bit sick. But look at this nice spread of food that we have created for all of our besties here. This is nice. This is nice. Thanks for taking out the trash, Dahlia. You're a gem. Dawn, you're a little bit stuck. Anyway, we're really gonna try to enjoy this because all of our friends are here. We're just gonna hug everybody. Everybody's getting some food. I love it. I love it. Hey, Coach Ice, what's going on, buddy? And Wyatt's saying hi to Dawn inside. And we did invite Umber, and look, he's already eaten our food, and there's so much going on. Wyatt, it really means a lot to me that you make time for me. Just wanted to let you know. Looks like him and Dawn are having a moment. I love this. Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Also, there she is. There she is. She coming. She's on her way. And Ellie-Mae is here. Wyatt was just like, well, you look lovely. You look absolutely great. She's like, well, thank you. That's really, really nice of you to say. That's really sweet. We're just trying to make all of our guests very happy. Also, Wyatt learned that Ellie-Mae is self-assured. I think we pretty much knew that. She's a pretty confident person, all in all. Coach Eyes just fake scared him. Are you kidding me? Wyatt's going to discuss horseback riding with Ellie-Mae, and Ava is actually finally, oh no, it's raining. Let me fix that. She's finally just saying hi to Dahlia over here. And Ellie-Mae just became good friends with Wyatt? Hello? Things are just happening. Like, I kind of can't keep up right now, to be honest with you. Also, Ava is going to come over and she is going to introduce herself to Ellie-Mae. Whether she comes in here or Ellie-Mae joins her outside, I don't really know which direction this is going to take. I'm also going to just change the volume of this music. It's like super freaking loud. And I think Wyatt's going to perform a cowpoke dance because why not? You know, it's his little ranch gathering. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to cross that off. That'll be great. He can go ahead and do it literally right here. Yes, do it. And then after that, he can light the fire pit. Oh, this is great. Everybody's having a good time. I actually love this so much. And Ava just said hi to Ellie-Mae as well, I think. Yeah. She's going to ask about getting a horse. I think that's just like more of a tutorial-based interaction, but we're gonna do it anyway. And she's also going to share her brilliant ideas. I feel like Ava is actually going to... I don't know. I feel like she's going to get along with Ellie-Mae really well. I don't know, they both seem stubborn. I say that as a compliment, like stubborn and confident in themselves that they're not really going to worry about it. And look, Wyatt just got a sentiment with justice as well. Friends just being friends. All right, well, he did his little cowpoke dance. We're going to go ahead and light the bonfire over here, and then we're just going to invite everybody to hang out because why the heck not? And yeah, it looks like Ellie-Mae just gave Ava the standard getting and selling horses little like tutorial tidbit anyway. But she's getting along with Ellie-Mae really nicely. It makes me so happy. All right, so we've got this. We're going to invite to hang out. We'll invite a few people. Everybody, as many people as we can and or want. I don't know, like does it really matter? We haven't even poured the nectar yet either, which also doesn't matter. I'll do it eventually. I'm trying to be genuine with these things that we have to get done. It looks like Mando even came over to say hi. So maybe we'll ask Mando like how it's going as everybody comes out to enjoy the fire. Ava came out. Hey baby girl. Oh, Mando is happy that all his needs are met. That's nice. We're also going to have Ava talk to Dawn, I think. She knows Dawn pretty well as well. You know, Dawn's been around. He's more of like a grandfather figure, you know? But yeah, Wyatt is going to talk to Ellie-Mae as well. And just kind of be like, I'm so glad that you decided to come. Have you met Ava? And she's like, you know what? She is such a sweet little girl. I'm very excited to get to know her more and to kind of start our lessons. So Wyatt, you know, when you're not hosting a party here, we should talk about when we want to start doing that. You know, I could start tomorrow if you want. I don't know if Ava has time on Saturday, if you guys have some family time planned, but I think that this is really, really working out. I think Ava's going to discuss fractions. She's a genius, by the way. If you're wondering, like Ava is a very, very smart girl. And I think that she really enjoys sharing how smart she is. I'm not saying that in like a braggy way, but I think that she doesn't really realize how smart she is. And sometimes a lot of the things that she says are just over other people's heads. like she doesn't really realize what she's doing. But yeah, Wyatt's going to thank Ellie-Mae for coming as well. He's also going to add a log to the fire. Everybody else seems to be having a great time and I'm thrilled. And Wyatt is pouring the nectar. I'm pausing a lot because I'm just like really excited to watch these things. Like I've never done a ranch gathering before, so I'm gonna take screenshots. He's gonna pour all this nectar. Apparently it's just gonna go on the ground. That's fine, I guess. I had him pour like 4 servings. I think Ellie's just like, ooh, you have nectar? Like, where did you get that from? And he's just like, it's been moderately aging in my nectar cabinet, but I can't remember where I got it from. And she's like, well, I can't wait to taste it. So hopefully she picks up that one off the ground. Also, they got a sentiment. It really means a lot to me that you make time for me. Just wanted to let you know. Girl. I'll make all the time in the world for you, to be completely honest. I can't lie to you right now. He's like, you're welcome. I shouldn't be allowed to play this game. Like, I shouldn't be allowed to do LPs. I'm gonna put that out there right now. I shouldn't even be allowed to do this because I think I'm a menace to society. I really do. Yeah, so no one's gonna take this nectar, so I think that Wyatt's gonna end up just drinking this nectar instead. He's got the bottle and he's got the glass in his hand, and Mando's like, dude, you alright? Our freaking ranch gathering is almost over, but I just needed to take a pause to observe the pile of plates that Wyatt had, and then just admire everybody who's doing a cowpoke dance, and the fact that Dawn just picked up this bottle of nectar and just right to his face. Didn't pour a glass, just drank right out of the bottle because he literally doesn't care. Like, are you kidding me? It's also super, super late. So let me just like take a pause here. We're gonna actually just put Ava to bed because it's so late. It's officially Saturday. Like it's so late. Also, I knew you weren't gonna make it to the sink with all of these dishes, so they're gonna go here. I've been cleaning up as we go here because yeah, I knew that was gonna be a problem. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Wyatt's gonna join the dancing out here to cowpoke music. He's gonna do a little cowpoke dance. I'm really excited about it. I mean, I love it. I think it's great. And we're at least going to get like a silver for this. I'm not going to rush in the next like 28 seconds to try to have him joke. Well, maybe actually, I say that. I think I am actually. Let's see, jokes. Tell joke about a horse, of course. Get out of my face. That's so funny. And we're also going to tell a joke about aliens, I guess. I don't know. If we can. We're dancing. I know you can talk. Your Sims can talk while they dance. But I just wonder if we're going to be able to do this in time. Like, there's one joke. Can we get the second joke out there? Maybe. Get her done. Ellie-Mae's having a great time. Justice is having a great time. Here's our second joke. We might actually be able to do it. Let's see. We're going to do it in A. It's still a silver event. I don't really care. That's completely fine. But that is pretty much almost it for the event. So we're just going to kind of wind down and say goodbye to everybody. So I don't know what happened here. The gathering is over. Wyatt is hanging out with Mando, apparently, by the fire pit. Everybody's home. Everybody left. They had a great time. Wyatt's feeling super inspired. But this is interesting. So Dawn was actually the last Sim to leave the gathering. Everybody else, like, peaced out pretty early. They said goodbye, said thank you. Like, it was all good. Ava went to bed. But Dawn has a sentiment about Wyatt specifically. From friendly advice, it's a motivating sentiment. Dawn remembers when Wyatt listened to his problems and shared some thoughtful advice. What do you think that's about? Because I don't know. Wyatt only has a growing closer from quality time sentiment with Dawn. He also has a sentiment with Ellie-Mae. And this is very interesting. I like this. Wyatt has one sentiment about Ellie-Mae, and it is an adoring sentiment. He just wants the best for her and thinks she's so wonderful. Now, the way that translates to me is that he's realizing his first impression may not have been entirely accurate. They started off on kind of like a rough footing, but being able to just kind of start over, have her in this setting with his, his friends and his community and kind of seeing her flourish and getting to know her just a little tiny bit better has resulted in him really wanting to see her succeed. He's quite fond of her at this point. They don't know each other that well. It says they're good friends, but in reality, I think they're really just starting to become pretty standard acquaintances. You know what I mean? I'm not going to alter it out the wazoo to make it super accurate, but like that's what I'm thinking story-wise. But anyway, look at Ellie-Mae's sentiments about Wyatt. She feels closer to Wyatt from good times and happy memories. So this ranch gathering seemed to be really impactful for her to be able to meet some other people. She was around Dawn, and she's really grateful that Wyatt extended that invitation considering how she treated him when they first met. She also has an adoring sentiment for him, and I think this is because of her seeing how much he's trying to do for his kids, specifically Ava. That's where I think that's coming from. And lastly, she has a growing closer from quality time. She was really appreciative, again, that Wyatt extended this invite, that they actually got some time as well by the fire pit, because it was like Wyatt, Ava, and Ellie-Mae, and they just got to chat. They just got to kind of like hang out and get to know each other a little bit more. And Ava really did take a shining to Ellie-Mae. So she's currently in bed. They didn't develop any sentiments or anything like that. They are, of course, only acquaintances. They didn't become besties immediately. But Ava was having some really, really positive interactions with Ellie-Mae, and that made Wyatt so happy. It made him so, so happy because he was worried that if they didn't get along, like, what was he gonna do? Do you know what I mean? Like, he wasn't gonna force Ava to go through this whole horse riding thing with someone he doesn't like. That would be not nice. We don't want that. So yeah, I don't know. I just think it was a really eventful night, even though maybe from the perspective of like literally just playing, it didn't seem it. But apparently these Sims were developing sentiments left, right, and center and feel some type of way about each other. I don't know. It's 2:30 in the morning. Wyatt's got to go to bed. It looks like Levi's actually awake. He's hungry. He's not even tired anymore. This is what we get for putting him to bed so early. Don't these chocolate chip pancakes look so good? Even Levi's enjoying his little yogurt melts this morning. It is I say this morning, oh my god, it's 3 p.m. on a Saturday already. They had a super late start. They got up at like noon. Everybody was so tired from being up so late. Ava was exhausted. I didn't realize it was so late. She's gonna be late meeting up with Ellie-Mae to start her freaking lesson. They're gonna go just kind of ride around. They can't do the barrels or anything. Like, unfortunately, kids can't do like those competition things, those activities. They can't do those, which is kind of bums me out. But she was gonna meet up with Ellie-Mae to start her lessons. I don't know if they're gonna make it. Wyatt he might have to call her and just be like, I am so Sorry. Like, I don't know if they're gonna, how are we gonna have time to do this? My plan's falling apart. It's a little bit overcast here, but Ava is over at Ellie-Mae's. And you might be wondering, like, where is Wyatt? Ava didn't want him around for her writing lessons at all. She literally was like, get out of here. Like, go home, Dad. I don't want you around. Sorry. And she's just going to hang out with Ellie-Mae a little bit. I think what she might do is just introduce herself to Midnight. Because remember, Penny is the horse that's a little bit challenging. So we don't necessarily want Ava riding a challenging horse that needs some training. So Ava right now, she's really just going to try to get to know Midnight over here and see if they can kind of get along. Ellie-Mae looks happy about it. Midnight is curious. Penny's like, the audacity. What about me? And you guys know me. We take a little screenshot quickly because this is what I do. I take screenshots. I want to capture the story as it's unfolding. And I like putting it at the end of my videos. You guys know this. I'm sorry for making you a little bit sick there, but that's what I'm going to do. It's not my intention to make you sick by like running around like that. But yeah, she just introduced herself to Midnight. They're acquaintances. This is good. And I think she's just going to try to like kind of show some affection. Discuss the possibility of time travel. Sure, why not? She's also simultaneously chatting with Ellie-Mae, who's just like, you know, you really have to build up that trust with Midnight, you know? Some horses, they all have personalities, and you really have to get to know them and see if their personality meshes with yours. And you really have to build that trust with them. That's what's really important. And it does take some time, you know? You're not just going to jump right on and mount them and start riding around and having a good time. And Ava's just like, well, Midnight seems cool though. Like, why couldn't I just start riding him? And she's like, because you really have to get to know him, and he has to trust you too. It's not just about you trusting him. It's about him trusting you as his rider. And Midnight seems to be pretty cooperative, I would say, I suppose. Like, all in all, pretty cooperative. Ava seems to be, I don't know. Yeah, just scratching his neck. He loves it so much. And Ellie's like, you're really doing a great job. You know, you just have to be very patient with him. And he's going to have to be patient with you in return. And I just think this is really sweet. I like this exchange. And they're just kind of chit-chatting. And she's like, well, my dad always loved horses. I don't not like horses. I just don't know if I want to do what my dad does when I get older. And I think Ava's kind of telling Ellie-Mae this because she doesn't want to hurt her dad's feelings. You know what I mean? And she's just like, he's always taken care of horses and wanted to run a ranch. And of course, it's always during a conversation they have to pee on the ground, like, honest to God. And she's just like, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but my dad seems to really want me to, you know, take care of animals and stuff. And Ellie's like, well, you know, Ava, it's not my place per se, but you can do whatever you want when you grow up. You know, you don't have to take care of horses, but it might be a nice opportunity for you and your dad to do something together as well. You know, I'm sure he does stuff with you that you really love doing, but maybe you could do some stuff with him too if you don't already. And she's like, I guess so. Like, that sounds fun. You know, she doesn't really know what to make of Ellie-Mae giving her this kind of advice. And Ellie-Mae doesn't really know why she's giving this advice. She doesn't really feel it's her place, but she also, you know, she does like kids, and she thought this was kind of a nice opportunity to at least bond with Ava a little bit. And again, this is going to build trust between her and Ava. It's going to build trust between Ava and Midnight, as long as everybody's like calm, cool, collected. And look, Wyatt's even calling. All right, so this is a little bit silly. We know this. This is the like, hey, aren't you going to come visit me nonsense. We're just going to go for the purposes of storytelling. This is going to be like Wyatt's calling, being like, hey, Ava Bean, you know, how is it going? Have you been doing any writing? And she's like, no, Dad, me and Ellie are trying to bond with Midnight. Leave me alone. And for the purposes of this, we'll say I'll visit you tomorrow because they live together. It's such a silly prompt. Like, Ava lives with you, Wyatt. Calm down. Please, someone help. I decided to have Ava take a picture of Midnight because I haven't taken pictures of the horses yet. What is this face? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm fine. These pictures are fine. It's because Ava's so short. She's just a child. But like, do you see this horse? No, I can't. Okay. Get out of this. She took a couple pictures of Midnight. Maybe that'll help with their friendship a little bit. I just wanted to do that quickly. Ellie-Mae almost slipped in the frickin' horse piss. Penny's rocketed through the frickin' barn. Oh my, okay. All right, I've had enough. Lesson's over. Good job, Ava. And Ellie-Mae decided to bring Ava home, she just... Mando, hello? Does she have an interest in Mando? It looked like she wanted to listen to Mando. She does. Oh, he was like nipping at her. Oh, Mando, please. Anyway, Wyatt is just like, oh, thank you so much for doing this. This was really, really nice of you. And I hope that it went okay. Like, he's really nervous about it. He doesn't really know how this was gonna go. And look, hey, you actually visited like you said you would. Aww. Best friends, which they already were. I mean, that's okay. But yeah, Ava's like, Daddy, it was really fun. You know, Midnight was a really cool horse. I even took some goofy pictures of him. I don't know why she's in such a jokester mood. She loves it. And Ellie-Mae is just like, she really did great. You know, we started off today with just building trust between her and the horse because that's really important to riding and everything. And even though Wyatt knows that Ellie-Mae knows what she's doing, he's like, I think that's a great starting point. And, you know, Ava, how did you feel just kind of interacting with Midnight? And she's like, Daddy, can I please do it again soon? Can I please have another lesson soon? And Ellie's like, giving Wyatt the look. And he just says, of course you can. It's up to Miss Ellie-Mae whenever you can go back over, you know, it's up to her. Maybe we can kind of come up with a regular schedule for you two to continue these lessons. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much, Daddy. Like, yes, I think it really helped her kind of see things from a new perspective. Just kind of hanging out with Ellie-Mae and hanging out with a horse and a horse that wasn't her dad's. Maybe that's it. Maybe the horses she has at home, like she doesn't care about too much because she just associates it with her dad's work and in her head, but hanging out with somebody else's horse and learning how to ride is kind of a separate activity. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? And Ellie-Mae is just kind of hanging out with Wyatt too. And he's like, you know what? I know it's a little bit late. I've got to get Levi to bed, but Ellie-Mae, do you want to come in for like a glass of nectar? Do you want to have a bite to eat? It's way past dinner time, but I know that Ava might be a little bit hungry. And she's like, I would absolutely love to. That would be great. I don't know. This is just really nice to me. They ended up having some Yorkshire pudding. Did I have to do a Zoomers delivery because it would have taken way too long for Wyatt to actually like make this stuff? Yeah, kind of, which is completely okay. But they're just kind of chatting and Ava's, of course, steered the conversation over to like Star Wars and school and all this stuff. I feel like she feels very secure around her dad, but it's really nice to see her open up to somebody else too, because again, she's got Dahlia, who is like kind of sort of a friend at this point, but she seems to really have taken a shine to Ellie-Mae, and Wyatt notices it, like he really does, and it makes him really happy to see his daughter just unapologetically being herself. But Ellie-Mae's about to head out, and apparently they just disappear now, so that's great. But she headed home, and they kind of just said their goodbyes, and they're going to coordinate another lesson for Ava at some point soon. And also, Ava got another sentiment with her dad. This is so sweet. So she had closer from Happy Memories, but I didn't realize this energized by support. So when she needed encouragement, Wyatt was there for her, and she developed a sentiment around that, which I didn't even realize. They're also just deeply connected because they became besties, which they already were, but you know, I just think it's really sweet. Sometimes the sentiments really, really work out for the purposes of storytelling. Sometimes they don't. And this seems to be working out really nicely. I'm just happy about it. She's going to use the bathroom really quickly and get ready for bed. Wyatt's going to turn on the mobile again for our little nugget, Levi. So he stays asleep because we want him to stay asleep as long as humanly possible. And he's also going to use the restroom, and then he's just going to get Ava tucked in for the evening as well, because I think that'll be really nice. Just kind of tuck her in. And where is she? There she is. And then she's going to ask her dad to tuck her into bed. Yes, I'm going on to like 3 speed, but she's just like, Papa Doodle, will you tuck me in again tonight? And he's like, you've had me tuck you in a lot, baby girl. Like, what's going on? And she's just like, I don't know. I just really like it when you do. And I just love you. And he's like, oh, baby girl, I love you too. You know, I'm really proud of you for going out on a limb and going to that riding lesson. I'm really glad that, you know, you enjoyed it. And that's pretty much where they're going to leave it. Like, they're not going to talk too much. She's already in bed. We're going to have Wyatt go ahead and change up as well. I don't know why we want auto lights. Don't know why those are staying on, but oh well. We're also going to light the fireplace. Is that kind of a risk considering it's warm on this fall evening? Kind of. Don't really care, to be honest with you. Also, if you're wondering how I do this, I always have to like control the Sims. We don't need to control Ellie-Mae anymore, but this is where we're going to leave this episode. We're going to let Wyatt kind of wind down for the evening. Tomorrow is actually Sunday. It's technically Super Bowl Sunday. Do I care about that at all? Not really, but maybe we'll have Wyatt watch some sports. I don't even know if he cares. And then also this week is Harvest Fest. Again, I'm trying to use the calendar a little bit more. It might not always align exactly with what I want to do storytelling wise, but we're going to do our best. So Ava gets a little bit of a Harvest Fest break. Then we have the first week of winter. We've got Winterfest and New Year's Eve and everything. It's all coming together here soon. I don't know. But yeah, this is where we're going to leave it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I'll catch you next time I post a video. Bye.